Hello friends, subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. The title of this horror story is The Abandoned Aisle. In a small town, there was an old supermarket that had been abandoned for years. Local rumors spread about strange occurrences happening inside the store. One day, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to explore the place. As they entered, they noticed that the supermarket seemed frozen in time, with shelves fully stocked with expired products and dusty old packaging. As they roamed the aisles, they felt an eerie presence surrounding them. Suddenly, one of the teenagers heard faint whispers coming from the end of an aisle. Intrigued and spooked, they followed the sound. At the end of the aisle, they discovered a hidden door behind a pile of crates. With trembling hands, they opened the door to find a dark, narrow passageway leading to an underground storage area. Curiosity got the better of them, and they descended into the dimly lit basement. There, they stumbled upon a horrifying sight, an altar surrounded by symbols and strange objects. As they inched closer, a cold breeze swept through the room, and the door slammed shut behind them, trapping them inside. Panicking, they heard footsteps approaching from the darkness. Terrified, they huddled together as a ghastly figure emerged from the shadows. It was a spectral figure, wearing a tattered supermarket uniform with eyes that glowed a haunting red. The teens managed to escape, but since that day, they claim to hear strange noises and see the ghostly figure roaming around the old supermarket. The place became even more of a local legend, and no one dared to enter again. Hope you all enjoyed the first one, and now focus on the second most dangerous story, which title is The Haunted Shopping Cart. A young woman, Emily, went grocery shopping late one evening at her neighborhood supermarket. As she wandered through the store, she noticed a seemingly abandoned shopping cart rolling down one of the aisles by itself. Assuming it was a prank, she decided to ignore it and continue her shopping. As Emily reached the checkout counter, she saw the same shopping cart again, slowly making its way down the aisle beside her. Now unnerved, she mentioned it to the cashier, who looked equally puzzled. They both decided to investigate, but as they approached the cart, it suddenly jerked and accelerated toward the exit. Curiosity got the better of them, and they followed the cart outside. Once they reached the parking lot, the cart abruptly stopped beside a grave in the nearby cemetery. To their horror, they noticed the grave belonged to a young girl who had tragically passed away years ago. Freaked out, Emily and the cashier quickly returned the cart to the store and reported their eerie encounter to the manager. The manager brushed it off as a coincidence, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that there was something paranormal at play. From then on, she refused to shop at that supermarket after dark. Next story that will amaze you very much, and the title of the story is The Mysterious Stalker. A young man named Mark was a cashier at a large supermarket. One night, while he was working the graveyard shift, he noticed a customer who appeared to be following him from aisle to aisle. The man wore a dark hoodie, and his face was obscured by the shadows, making it difficult for Mark to get a clear look at him. Feeling uneasy, Mark alerted his supervisor, who assured him that they would keep an eye on the situation. However, as Mark continued his shift, he noticed the mysterious man still lurking around, never actually buying anything. When Mark's shift ended, he quickly exited the store and went straight home. To his horror, he noticed the same hooded figure standing at the edge of his property, just staring at his house. Mark called the police, but by the time they arrived, the stalker had vanished. Over the next few days, Mark frequently saw the man watching him from a distance, no matter where he went. The police couldn't find any evidence to identify the stalker, leaving Mark to live in constant fear. Despite moving to a new city and changing jobs, Mark still had nightmares about the hooded figure. To this day, he remains haunted by the memory of the mysterious stalker from the supermarket. The haunting in aisle 6. In a quiet suburban town, a local supermarket was known for its convenience and friendly staff. However, rumors circulated about strange occurrences in aisle 6. Late at night, employees reported hearing unexplained footsteps and whispers, even when no customers were present. One night, a courageous employee decided to investigate. Armed with a flashlight, he ventured into the dimly lit aisle. As he reached the end, he was horrified to see a shadowy figure standing there, facing away from him. The figure suddenly turned around, revealing a pale, ghostly face and empty eye sockets. The employee fled in terror, never to return to aisle 6 again. To this day, shoppers and employees avoid the cursed aisle, and some claim to have felt an eerie presence lingering in its corners. Next story starts from the mystery of the disappearing carts. A bustling supermarket in the heart of the city was plagued by a mysterious phenomenon. Shopping carts would vanish without a trace. At first, employees dismissed it as theft or carelessness, but the frequency of disappearing carts became alarming. Security cameras revealed unsettling footage of empty carts, moving on their own, seemingly guided by an invisible force. On a stormy night, the supermarket was hit by a power outage. When the lights flickered back on, dozens of carts had gathered near the entrance, arranged in a bizarre, intricate pattern. The staff was baffled, and some believed the supermarket was haunted by a malevolent spirit, manipulating the carts as a form of dark amusement. The Phantom Shopper. Late one night, a store manager was conducting a routine security check before closing. As he made his way through the aisles, he spotted a woman pushing a shopping cart. The odd thing was that the woman appeared translucent and had an eerie glow around her. The manager, assuming it was a shoplifter, approached the woman to confront her. But as he got closer, the figure vanished into thin air, leaving the shopping cart behind. Shaken and unnerved, the manager checked the security footage, which showed the cart moving on its own, seemingly guided by an unseen presence. From that night on, employees reported seeing glimpses of the Phantom Shopper, and some customers claimed to feel a chilling breeze when passing by the spot where she was last seen. The last one is the cursed checkout lane. In a quaint town, an old supermarket was notorious for its cursed checkout lane. Customers who chose the third lane, a rusty conveyor belt with flickering lights above it, reported bizarre experiences. Items would disappear from their shopping carts, and eerie whispers echoed in their ears. Some even claimed to have seen a faceless figure standing behind the cashier, staring blankly into the void. The supermarket staff had tried to close the lane, but each time they attempted to do so, strange accidents occurred, preventing them from sealing it off. The cursed lane became a hot topic in town, with ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts flocking to witness the supernatural events. Despite the supermarket's attempts to downplay the rumors, the cursed checkout lane remains a source of fear and curiosity for shoppers and employees alike.